Would a man rather marry a virgin or a woman with bodies?
Yeah, not every man wants a virgin.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine if you are new here. If you're new to the channel, of course, hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So I know that y'all have been asking for longer videos. And I want to do my best. I don't want to just ramble on for y'all and not be of substance, but I do understand that y'all be trying to listen longer. So we're going to do a reaction video today. And this topic in particular, something that I just dropped a video on yesterday, is the fact that these women are quick to tell women to do the complete opposite of what they've done, just to lead them down the wrong path. And when I tell y'all, it blows my mind how these women will advocate for 304 culture, support it, find reasons to promote it. Like, it's diabolical. Women who don't live that life. Like, you have wives who promote it. You're married. Why are you promoting it? You're married with a husband. Why are you promoting it? Only reason I could think somebody who will promote that, support it, is a woman who doesn't want other women to be in her position. You want her to go in that wrong path. You have to, because why else would you? Okay, let's get right on into it and brace yourself. Please brace yourself for this mess.
A woman past her virginity status doesn't stop her from second chances. Why do you disagree?
Well, it's not necessarily that I disagree. It's just that would not be the majority of women. Of course, there's always the exception to the rules, but as a whole majority, it's better for you to be a virgin, to marry a virgin, to have children under marriage, to carry yourself at a higher esteem than what we do. I think one of the most unfortunate things is the fact how a woman willing to stay a virgin and carry herself how she should be is being overlooked because of the 304 behavior being so popular and them still getting noticed and wifed up and things of that nature. We have to get back to honoring the women that stay on the right path. And it's not for those that no longer have a virginity to bargain with. It's for our youth that are coming up. We don't like what we see in the women of today. So therefore, we have to speak against the behaviors to create a better future.
I am all with her. Y'all know that I talk about this all the time. This is what this channel is about. It is about the future. It's about us making good examples, setting good examples for the young girls who are watching, who are learning, who are following our footsteps. So we should be setting an example. We should be setting the bar high for them. But unfortunately, the bar is so low in the pits of hell that a woman who does, right, want to save herself and have standards. Women are telling her, that's not the way to go. Live your best life. Be free. Be wild. Have a whole phase. That's what women tell other women. When the women don't know what men want. Well, they know exactly what men want, but they want to, again, they want to find a way to lead you down the wrong path so the men that they want won't want you. Okay? Let me hold you up so the man that I want will never want you because you too dirty. That's what they do. But let's keep on going.
So, what I'm hearing and I'm listening intently is that a woman who's a virgin has more value than a woman who had probably safe sex, but she has more bodies.
A virgin is more valuable, yes.
So the virgin could have no type of experience, maybe not listen, hard-headed, but because she's a virgin, would she be better still than a woman who you would deem respectful?
Why, when they, like, she went right to making an example, and somehow twisting it into the most egregious virgin ever. Why couldn't we just stick to a virgin, a non-virgin? And again, we're talking about on the dating market. We're not talking about just between women. We're talking about what a man may want. Who's more valuable? A woman who's been ran through, and a woman who's never had a man touch her ever. But somehow she got to be disrespectful. Like, it's just, they always got to find a way to change it up to fit what they want to argue.
Yes, because even if she does have some unruly behavior inside of her, once she is dominated by a man sexually, she will submit, obey, and follow leadership. It's only women that have the experience on them that makes it more difficult for you to stay in your place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you think that body count matters, and
Yes.
I'm saying that body count matters until it doesn't. So who do you think would be more likely to get picked and married? Whoopi Goldberg with one body, or Kelly Rowland with, she's a reformed 304, but she found God? Who do you think will find a husband more?
She compared Whoopi Goldberg to Kelly Rowland. I mean, that's not even apple to oranges. That is literally I don't even like Kelly Rowland compared to Whoopi Goldberg. They will go to the extreme to miss the point. To miss the point.
Esther.
Well, I'm gonna go with the Whoopi Goldberg of one body, especially if it's plastered across the forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're talking about a situation where we know, I would say the one that would get wifed up more would be the Whoopi Goldberg with the one body.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my point, though. Body count matters until it doesn't, because when you get in relationships or when you talk to people, you really don't know. You know what you hear from them, you see their personality, you see what you might like. But because society puts such a stigma on body count, you say, she's a great woman, but damn, she slept with 10.
That matters to a man who he's attaching himself to. It does matter. And this is what women want to do. You want to change what is. You can be sweet. You can be very nice. But if you ran through every man that I know, and every man, there's so many men who can come up to me and say that he's been with the woman that I may be interested in. I don't care how nice you are. I don't care how sweet you are. It does not matter. And trying to say body count matters until it doesn't is crazy, because that's what women say. Body count has always mattered. And now people are posting about their body count. People are sharing that there's a whole 304 talking about how they 304. They out on the strip. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're posting it. So it ain't just about, society making it a thing. No, people are making it their entire identity and plastering it all over the place. That's just what it is. This is why I said why I've seen men say they're, them caring so much about looks has, that has lowered some. Maybe before you only wanted to date the 7 or the 8. Now you okay with the 6 or the 5 because she got a better attitude. She has a lower body count. She's more cooperative. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where the 8 ran through, nasty attitude, you know what I'm saying? So that stuff matters. But these women just
Are you going to now leave her to go be with a virgin who might not be more compatible with you? No. So why I brought up the Kelly Rowland and Whoopi Goldberg thing is because it's not plastered. One is deemed, and I don't find Whoopi ugly, but society does. She's deemed ugly, and Kelly Rowland is deemed beautiful. So the looks is what's going to get that so-called good girl who held herself overlooked versus a Kelly Rowland who changed, found God. She'd get married faster.
Okay, so you're talking about appearance.
What I'm saying is body count.
Are you talking about appearance? Because
yeah.
Okay, so appearance is not
that.
body count. So that's what I'm saying. If we're basing it off body count, and regardless of appearance, I'm not answering based off of looks, because you said Whoopi and Kelly, but I didn't answer based off of looks. I kept it on body count. And the one with one body over the one that's a reformed hoe, to me, is the one that would get married first if it was plastered.
Right. And to you, they would, but in society,
because you're talking about
get overlooked. One is going to get overlooked, and one is going to get married faster. And the one that's going to get overlooked is the less attractive one, because really,
we're not talking about attraction. We're talking about body count. We're talking about body count.
Why can't she stay on topic? She can't stay on topic because she's trying to create nuances that don't, to try to derail the conversation. Again, comparing Kelly Rowland to Whoopi Goldberg is diabolical. I mean, that's completely insane to even like put the two together. And I'm no shade, but that's just what it is. We all have two eyes, and we can all see what we can see. And Whoopi Goldberg ain't even coming close to Kelly Rowland when it comes to beauty. So of course, when you add that in, it changes the dynamic all together. But they can't stick to the topic at hand to, defend their argument, because if they do, she's going to end up agreeing with her. But I have to find a way to add in, well, if she was ugly or if she was disrespectful, and any way to advocate for women being hoes. That's it. That's all.
Yes, and marriage and what people deem as valuable. So I brought this up to show you that it's talked about as this valuable thing, but it's not treated the same. There are things that are
you have to go to looks to try to prove your point.
I didn't just go to looks. I went to somebody who's less respectful, somebody who's more respectful. You said yes, but 9 times out of 10, based on what you're saying, if a man finds a woman disrespectful, he's not going to marry her because she's a virgin. He's going to overlook her.
That's not true. You said he's not going to marry her if she's disrespectful.
If she's disrespectful, but a virgin, he's still going to walk away from her because she's disrespectful. Her virginity won't matter.
That's not necessarily true, and I think it depends on the level of disrespect that's occurring. If he can see some unruliness in her and she's a virgin, that might be a task that a man is willing to take on, especially since finding a virgin is such a rarity. So we have to talk about the levels of disrespect that are happening in this scenario. Because if she's just a little mouthy, a mouth can be tamed, especially with a virgin. It's the non-virgin girls that don't want to relax or go get a younger man in order to have control.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a living example that that's not true. And what I'm saying is...
You're a living example? Well, never mind. So I don't want to do personal.
She brought it up her personal life. It wasn't you. So if she wants to use it as example, she can do it.
That's right. Here we go.
Yeah, what do you mean a living example?
I was a virgin and I married the man that took my virginity. And I do not believe that that just because I'm a virgin, that makes me special or more special than a woman who wasn't. Just because I'm a virgin doesn't mean I'm a better candidate. What makes me a great candidate is a plethora of other things. And what I'm arguing is that there are virgins who would get overlooked for so many reasons where virginity and body count would not matter.
You know what I hate? I hate that these women talk like they're men. You know, I hate that. On top of you, again, you being a virgin when you married the man who took your virginity. Cool. But you're talking like you're a man. You're talking like you know for a fact that this is how men think. This is what men want. This is what it is. Again, why are you advocating and fighting so hard against what she's saying when you yourself saved yourself, married a man who, took your virginity? Why are you doing this? Why do we see these women always have to fight and advocate for something that they've never done before?
So, but you're bringing up a scenario that didn't even happen. Why are you advocating for a behavior that you did not do? Exactly. And I find it unfortunate that you don't understand that maintaining being a lady. Congratulations, by the way, and well done. I'll give you hand claps for marrying the person that took your virginity. But I think it's unfortunate and it's sad that you're trying to defend, I guess, the sisterhood of all women, rather than standing in the fact that you carried yourself to a high esteem and got the outcome that you wanted. I think it's unfortunate that you're advocating for anything.
It's not.
It is very unfortunate because this is what it means to stand with the sisterhood. They have to find a way to stand with the sisterhood. They cannot separate themselves. She's like, I was a virgin, but that doesn't mean I was special. It doesn't mean this is talk. Like you're talking in code for the sisterhood so they know that you ain't trying to go against them. That don't mean I was special. That don't mean I was anything. I wasn't better than nobody because I saved myself and I was a virgin when I met my husband. Like, what are you talking? Why are you fighting so hard for this? Why do you want to be so far up the sisterhood's ass? Why? As a married woman who saved herself for however many years, like it's crazy. But this is what they do. This is what they do. That's why I always say that these older women are so envious and so jealous of the younger girls that they do not want to see them do better. They just want to guide them right down this rabbit hole of disaster. And they do not give a damn at all.
Fortunate, and I'm going to prove it to you because I think I'm the only one on this panel that did this. So if your logic stands, then that also means that I'm better than you. I'm more valuable than you. You should be quiet. I'm on a moral standpoint. You're a whore, I'm not, Melanin. You should be walking around saying I'm unworthy and should not get marriage. I don't believe that. I believe that you, if somebody finds value in you, are worthy of marriage just because of whatever they find in you and not because you are not a virgin.
Yeah, so I mean, that's cute and all, but no, you would be considered more valuable because you did marry a virgin. And see, the beauty about me is the fact that I know better. Women like you are the problem because even though you did it correctly, you want to advocate and stick up for those that did not.
Exactly.
That's the problem. It's not about the adults that we should be worried about. It's about the youth. It's about the young women that's coming up behind us. So you should be advocating and shaming bad behavior like you just did. I think you were trying to be facetious or something like that. But all in all, you're still valid.
And that's exactly what you should be doing. You should be shaming it. You should be telling the young girls, baby, I did it. I saved myself. If you think that it's not possible for you to be, a grown woman and wait as long as you can, meet a man while you're a virgin, he might see more value in you. It happened to me. If you could wait to marriage and, hold out all the way until you get married, absolutely. But no, of course not. Of course, you're not going to tell them that. You're going to still find a way to advocate for it is okay to have sex and be a 304 if you want to, because there might be a man out here who still finds you valuable and you are not less than, and you are still this. You still deserve the world from a man if you want one, if you want it. Like, let's be so for real. Let's be so for real. Why keep lying to these women when you know the truth? You know your life would have went differently with your husband if you came to him and you had a wild, life before meeting him. You know that. If you know the type of man you married and you know the type of woman that he wanted, you know that you wouldn't have been where you are today if you had been that woman that you advocating for.
You can't hurt me with the reality of things. You would be deemed more valuable. Mm-hmm. That's why I gave you your flowers. Mm-hmm. It's just that simple.
Melanin, I am not just better than you because I married the man who took my virginity. What I'm trying to say is you have value and should have self-respect.
No, but my value is not that. It doesn't mean no, because it doesn't mean I don't have self-respect. That's not what that means.
So if
there's no need to be advocating for the bad behavior. There's
I'm
no
not
need
advocating for bad behavior.
So I don't need a pep talk from you about my value and all that. That's not what I need from you. Right. I need for you to stop advocating for women that don't go about it the way that you did and trying to, oh, it's okay, pat them on the back. No, that's not what we should be doing.
Yeah,
By your logic, Megan Thee Stallion is just as good as Michelle Obama.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to do what I want. And what I'm saying is that Megan Thee Stallion, if I believe that people can change, or somebody who's not a virgin who didn't do it so-called the wrong way, they practice safe sex, but everything didn't just work out. I'm not telling them that they are worthless because they didn't save their virginity. I think that's actually bad behavior because safe sex, there's nothing wrong with practicing safe sex.
There's nothing wrong with practicing safe sex. Have all the sex that you want to have, as long as you practice safe sex, is what she's saying. The woman who was a virgin when she met her husband, she married a man, took her virginity. So you've never been, I would assume you've never been with anyone else but that man. But you're sitting on here saying there's nothing wrong with having sex as long as you keep a condom on, contraceptions. Like, that's what you're saying. This is what we're arguing for. As long as it's safe, girl, pop that cat. Pop that cat as long as he got a condom.
There is.
What's wrong with practicing safe sex?
Because so you wouldn't have a problem. Just so we're clear, if you had a daughter that was of legal age, you wouldn't have a problem with her having a plethora of sexual partners as long as she was being safe about it. Yes or no?
If she's being intentional and practicing safe sex, and her relationships don't work
or no? Yes or no? You're adding too much content.
Yes, I'd be okay with it.
But this is why we need fathers.
Yes, exactly.
This is why we need fathers, because that's ridiculous that you would say it's okay for her to be misusing her body just because she's being safe. It's okay for her to have multiple sexual partners. This is why most of the time I can't stand when women talk. You didn't do that. So why are you advocating for that?
You didn't do that, but yet it would be okay for your daughter as long as she's being intentional. How do you be intentional when you're sleeping around? What's intentional about sleeping around? I ain't never known someone to be intentional when they sleeping around with different men. Is the intentional part of it the condom part? Because again, what is intentional about sleeping around? Your mama told you it's okay, even though she was a virgin. She saved herself. She only been with your daddy. She ain't been with nobody else but your daddy. That's it. That's it. She only been with only your daddy, but yet she's telling you, here's some condoms, baby. Go out there. As long as you're intentional, be smart, and use a condom, you are still going to find a husband someday. As long as you wear a condom, it's not going to matter. And these are the mothers. These are the women who have kids and raise them in this way. These are the mothers. It's diabolical. It's disgusting, actually. As Melanin said, I hate to hear these women talk because they say a bunch of foolish, dumb stuff, just like this.
For what? Why are you advocating for women with already got bodies on them to, oh, you're still loved and you're still equal? No, we should bring back shame because this mindset are the mindsets of people having daughters. And this is why we have an uptick in teenage pregnancy because of this dumbass mindset.
So shame on you, Melanin. You don't deserve marriage. You don't deserve a husband. Shame on you. Shame on you. You whore. Shame on you. You don't deserve it. You are worthless.
If that makes you feel better, because
it doesn't, and this is my point. It is disgusting behavior.
It's not disgusting.
It is disgusting.
It's called structure, and it's called discipline.
No, it's not.
We should care. We should care. We should care about how women carry themselves.
Does life happen? Do people make mistakes? Do people get in relationships and things don't
just
work
because
out?
the fact that you're calling it a mistake means that you should not be doing it. You said
why did you do it?
Mistake.
No, so why did you do it?
I don't do what because you brought your.
Why did you marry the guy?
You brought your personal.
Why did you marry the guy who took your virginity?
I'm not answering that because
I don't do personal. I don't do personal.
Right, look, she's deflecting and trying to, because Melanin is trying to hold women to a standard. You want to know why she didn't do it. There are women out here who didn't do it right. Plenty of us did not do it right, but that does not mean we're going to advocate for women to keep doing it the way that we did it. I didn't save myself to marriage. I'm a surely raise my daughter to save herself to marriage. Say, close your legs till you have a husband. That's the problem. We have women because I didn't do it right, so I'm gonna tell the other girls to not do it right either. Because hey, it don't matter. But you got a woman who saved herself as long as she could, married the man who took her virginity, been with one man her entire life, and telling women it's okay as long as you put a condom on.
Let's do a timeout right here, right? Because we agreed that we don't do personals. But I want to clarify something. As Sage is not going back and forth. As Sage is using her logic against her and saying, if you believe in this is what we're talking about. Is all. She's not flip-flopping between one and the other. She's saying, I don't believe in these things, but if you believe it, just like you pointing out, I'm the example. I'm not contradicting myself because I'm pointing out how you didn't do it, then you still have value. It's not a contradiction.
But the value is not equal. That's the point. That's what I'm saying.
Sure. Sure, Mel. Sure. I'm just saying that she's not flip-flopping or attacking you. She's actually giving you flowers by saying, I don't think that even though you didn't do the virgin thing, I still believe that you have value. People are thinking that these personal shots is not personal shots. She believes on her worldview. She's saying on her worldview, even if woman before and all that, they deserve a second chance and they have value like the woman like her that actually didn't do it. So I don't want to just.
I understand that, but it's not equal value.
It's not.
Sure,
that's my point. It's not equal value, and that's irritating because this is why nobody's finding value in staying a virgin until marriage anymore. Because what's the point? If the 304 is getting looked at equal to me, or the woman with bodies is getting looked at equal to me, why would I stay a virgin? Why should I matter? Why should I feel special? And that's the problem with the talking point. That's my only point.
And she's right. She is right. We're saying, again, you're talking to a woman who's like, you're still beautiful. You were still a hoe. It doesn't matter. You still deserve love, which again, deserving love is not the question. Able to be married is not the question. It's about who is more valuable and who has a better chance of being picked for marriage. And it's going to typically be the woman who is a virgin. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yes, and it's what I'm trying to say is body count and virginity is not just what makes you special. You are not sitting here and I'm better than you. And what I'm saying is that life happens. People go through life. So just because she might have more bodies than somebody doesn't mean that she's more that she's less valuable. I think women can make better choices in picking a better guy, can make better choices in protecting themselves. Men as well, because I think men should also, but not to go to men. What I'm saying is they do not get to now stay stuck in the past and not look forward to something positive in their future just because. And I think there's so many different things that you should be worrying about than, damn, I had sex with somebody I shouldn't have, and now I can't have a future just because of that. That doesn't make any sense to me.
So would a man rather marry a virgin or a woman with bodies?
Like I argued earlier.
Answer the direct question, please, because I'm getting kind of tired of like the monologue.
Monologuing. You as a woman, you don't feel a woman should be, it should be held against her. But this is the world that we live in, which is why I always say we should be letting our girls know it's important to make good decisions when you're younger. So that way men don't hold it against you as you get older. You cannot wipe away your whole phase. No matter how much the girls try to tell you, it's just a whole phase. When you go to college, girl, just be a hoe. You only live once. It does not get erased because you say, oh, I use a condom, it don't count. Or that was 6 years ago, he don't count. That whole he don't count, all that. That's not how men think. And if you want to be seen as a woman with respect, a woman with class, a woman with certain standards to a man, you have to operate in that way. You have to move that way. So the question she's about to avoid, who's more valuable? Who's going to get chosen?
Do a man wants to marry a woman that's a virgin or with bodies?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Frank, who's the crash out? But what I'm saying is,
okay, so we're not going to answer it.
I made an example earlier.
We're not going to answer it.
I'm answering you if you just.
So it's only the virgin or the bodies.
It's
very short.
Yes, a woman who's not a virgin can be more valuable than a woman that's a virgin. I said that.
How?
Already.
No, I said to a man. I said to a man, would a man rather marry a virgin or a woman with bodies?
Yeah, not every man wants a virgin.
Not every man wants a virgin.
Would a man, the majority, rather marry a virgin or
you don't know the majority? I don't know the majority.
Hypothetically speaking, which one do you choose?
Yeah, just because she's a virgin doesn't mean she's more valuable than somebody who's not a virgin.
All right, forget it.
Hold up.
I mean, honestly, the virgin, the woman who married the man who took her virginity, she don't want to say the virgin is more valuable. To me, that shows how much low self-esteem you have. That shows to me how much low confidence you have within yourself. Honestly. You must have never been desired before as a woman. Nobody liked you. They couldn't have. Nobody could have liked you. Because there's no way you sitting here acting like you don't understand what's being said. Honestly. It's disgusting. It's so, but this is, again, what these women do. You're married. And you sit here trying to find a way to say, men don't always want virgins. It don't matter. You don't got to be a virgin. This is what these women do. And this is disgusting. It's sad, but it's the reality. So let me know your thoughts on this topic in the comments. Please drop it down below. Like the video, of course. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next episode soon. Bye.